What I love about rural Australia is the fresh air. When I come home from the city, just being out in the paddock, the quietness and the freedom just really allows me to connect with nature. Belpapini is a part of the Macleay Valley where the river meets the sea, and it's built upon generations of dairy and beef farming and also resilience. We've recently braved a few floods and the fires as well, and it's a close-knit community that I'm really proud to be a part of. I'm the founder of Ability Agriculture, an online platform and community group sharing the incredible stories of people in our industry with disability. I'm also a full-time PhD student working in the grains industry, looking at gene editing for sustainable agriculture. When I was 5 years old, my dad had an accident that resulted in him becoming a paraplegic. And we're a long family of beef cattle farmers, and there was definitely a lot of challenges, but we decided to stay in the agricultural industry. And so my family's story inspired me to start Ability Agriculture. I had a conversation with Dad in the paddock about a year ago around this lack of, conversation around greater diversity and inclusion in our industry and accessibility for people with disabilities. And that's because I also work in grains research, and I notice when I'm at a field day that, maybe it's a bit too wet and Dad couldn't be there in the field with me, listening and learning as well. I wanted to do something about that, and by starting that conversation, I really think that we can create greater change in our industry. And so I began Ability Agriculture just to do just that, to start sharing stories of incredible people working in our industry with disability and showing that agriculture can be a truly accessible career for anyone to consider. Ability Agriculture is an online community and platform with over 2,000 members from Australia and abroad. Our platform enables individuals, family members and agribusinesses to share their employment experiences, the adaptations and supports that have enabled people with disability to work in our sector, and to voice what they would like to see change for greater accessibility, inclusivity and diversity in our industry. The Westpac grant has allowed me to move Ability Agriculture from not just being an online platform, but to developing a recognised voice in agriculture for those with disabilities, and to start that greater conversation of accessibility in our industry. I want Ability Agriculture to have a seat at the table, to not only amplify voices, but to ensure these voices are being heard by industry. When we are developing policy and workforce strategies, I want disability to be on the agenda. We can do this by creating accessible leadership development programs and clearer pathways for accessibility in agriculture.